All right, beautiful. Greetings from Seattle. Thank you for joining me for a 60-minute yoga class. I'm on carpet, so I'm not practicing with a mat. So sometimes I'll face you and sometimes I'll face this way. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna start with 3 rounds of sun salutes to warm up the body, and then we will hop into 26 and 2 yoga. If at any point something does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify postures. You can do something different or you can skip them entirely. Yoga can be challenging at times and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain, point where we could cause harm to ourselves or others. For the sun salutes, you'll come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'm going to stand back a bit and show you in periphery. Stand up nice and tall, shoulders down, chest proud. Bring your hands together at heart center and begin. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift, back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, cuddle out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, chin away from the chest, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen, back flat, chest forward. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your plank or tabletop, and let's hold here for a moment. If that lowering down motion does not feel good for your body, skip it, go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your down dog or child's pose. Otherwise, lean forward, hug your elbows in, and lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend. If you're doing up dog, thighs off the floor. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog or sink your hips down for child's pose. Either way, reach your arms long, spread your fingers wide, press your heels down. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, chest forward. Exhale, fold, soften. Inhale, arms with your ears back flat, look up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Last down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. If your heels don't naturally touch the floor, you can try taking a wider stance. If you have tight hamstrings, micro bend your knees to take pressure away from the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your thighs back, push your heels down, push the floor away from you. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root your eyes, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful, that's our little warm up. We will now hop into 26 and 2 yoga. Come to the middle of your mat, feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. 2 sets of pranayama, deep breathing, standing deep breathing. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles under your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good, inhale. Elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down, look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up as you exhale, open your mouth wide. Like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels. Contract your quadricep muscles, gluteal muscles, lock your legs. Exhale, head up, weight stays in the heels, hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, thighs tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale. Suck your stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, head up even as you exhale, stomach in. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down, last breath in the first set, spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller, suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time, eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in, keep exhaling, push and squeeze, elbows touch. Change, arms down, roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, glue your knuckles under your chin. Squeeze your thighs. Squeeze your butt, abdomen in, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly tilt your head back, stretch your arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down, use the chin to push the knuckles down, palms face the floor, wrists straight, forearms straight in the face. Exhale, head up, now use your knuckles to push your head back, make a tight fist, squeeze your palms, wrists, forearms, elbows together. Inhale, I'll do 2 with you. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in 1 more sip of air. Exhale, head up, take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Change, lovely, arms down. Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Nice tight grip, stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, hips a little forward, upper body back, touch your arms to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility, creating a tremendous stretching feeling on the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little forward, upper body back, no room for lighter air between the biceps, arms, and ears. Push your left hip a little forward to get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest, like a flower petal blooming on the first day of August. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle, hips forward, arms back, big stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Still breathing in and out through your nose. If at any point you find that you're holding your breath, you can't breathe, or you're breathing heavily through your mouth, slow down, do a little bit less. Less is more until one day, less is less, and that's when you get a little bit deeper. Push your hips to the right, stretch your body to the left, keep breathing, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. This is a posture where you might do little sips of air in and out through your nose rather than full belly breaths. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open and then relax your head back as far as it goes. Look for the floor behind you. Once the head is dropped back, little sips of air. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, big stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Hands to floor, relax your head, go for a walk. Move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves or your Achilles, or if it's accessible to you, your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes, with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good. Change. Arms with your ears, chin away from your chest. Knees can bend as you lift up. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, arms overhead sideways, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, switch the grip. Hips forward, arms back, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the right, push your hips to the left. So stretching and pushing, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. Push your hips to the left and create a little bit more space between your right armpit and right hip so you're not collapsing. Inhale, lengthen the arms, lock the arms. Exhale, push your heels down, contract your quads, come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up. Imagine you're leaning against a wall behind you, big stretch up. And without coming off the wall, slowly bend to the left as you push your hips to the right. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back, arms with your ears, chin away from the chest. It's a very proud posture and you have a lot to be proud of for practicing yoga today. Push your right hip a little forward and then bring your left shoulder forward, come down, push and push and push. Change. Inhale to come up. Second heart opener. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back, squeeze your tush, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. So whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching, keep the weight in your heels, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, fold, hands to floor, relax your head, nice rush of blood to the head after the back bend, then go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. Second set, Padastasana, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. All 10 fingers pointing forward. Try to touch your elbows together behind you. Use your biceps, squeeze biceps into calves. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your knees, lock your knees, lock your knees. Change, come on up, back flat, hinge at your hips as you lift up, arms down, and you let that one go. Awkward Ookatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, not too big of a step. Arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, fingertips together. Reach your arms forward, suck your stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat, spine straight, weight in the heels. Sit down halfway only, stomach in, and lean back. Lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips forward, spread your toes wide. Come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if the knees want to come in or out, point the knees forward so the hips stay even, heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees, inner thighs together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body, stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down till there's a 1/2 inch gap between hips and heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, re-engage your triceps, keep your fingertips active. Change, come on up, squeeze your inner thighs together as you lift. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance, insides of your feet, parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, all 5 fingers together. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So you can stick your butt out and fold forward to sit down, and then start to lean back, shoulders back, keep the neck long, lift your chin up, chest up, change, come on up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide, lift your heels as high as you can, stretch up, and sit down. So you want to, rather than like leaning forward or sticking your butt out, you want to tuck your tailbone under, lean back, heels a little higher, knees a little higher, spine straight from the side. Change, last part, come on up, squeeze knees, thighs together, keep the insides of your feet parallel, and slowly sit down. Slower you do, Better you do like an elevator ride as you get towards the ground floor, slow down even more. Keep a little bit of a gap between your butt and your heels so you're not resting, right? The hips stay lifted, change, slowly come up, squeeze knees, thighs together. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, doing the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, swing right arm, right under left. You can work out the wrists a couple times and then try to bring your hands to center, thumbs towards your face. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, stay down there, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg. Right over left, cross twist. Eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back, bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Let's do the left side, bring your left arm under your right arm, palms together, thumbs towards your nose. You can also interlace fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders. Pull elbows down, sit down, try to keep your hips low, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Hamstring over quadricep, cross twist, breathe. Feels good to breathe. Bring your knees a little to the left and upper body to the right. You want wrists, elbows, knees, ankles all in one line. Notice if the weight is in the ball of your foot or your toes. Bring the weight back into your heel, sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, right into second set. Bring your right arm under your left arm. Pull the elbows down, sit down, lean back. Keep your hips low and bring your right leg over your left leg. Hamstring over quadricep. Push your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward, sit a little lower, breathe a little slower. Upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. Last one, here we go. Left arm, zoom, under right arm. Notice if your hands are to the right of your face, pull your hands back to center, right shoulder down. Sit down, stay down there, lean back, and bring your left leg up and over your right leg. And remember, this side might feel different from the other side, or this posture might feel different from the last time you practice. This is not Groundhog's Day, and we are not symmetrical, right? So the same way that the sides feel different, so do the classes. That's a good thing, right? It means you're alive, it means you're aware. Knees a little to the left, upper body to the right, sit down and lean back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down. Party time, you can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. Okay. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana Jani Shavasana. Remember that in the 60-minute version, these postures go fast. So rather than, in the 90-minute version, it's like we wait a while to get into it, right? And this, just don't wait, just go right into it. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, pull your abdomen in. You can stay right here, or as you're ready, round down and pick up your right foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble, you can stay here, or when you're ready, slowly, gently lift your right leg up. So it's not that you're like rushing through it, it's just that you're not like waiting around, right? Take a deep breath, kick your heel forward, flex your toes back, breathe. If both legs lock from the side legs, make an L like Linda, bend elbows down, touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee, change. Arms straight, bend the right leg, right foot down. Shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh tight, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, pull your abdomen in. Option to stay right here, or as you're ready, round down and pick up your left foot, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. If you've got a grip on your foot, you know your leg is locked. Inhale, slowly, gently lift your left leg up. So real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up so your knee is over your ankle. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend elbows down. Notice if the elbows are going out and the shoulders are tensing up. Bring the elbows in, roll the shoulders back and down, and then bring the chest down. So one day elbows go below the calf muscle. Change. Arms straight, bend the left leg, left foot down. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend, or knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, breathe. Lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, pull your abdomen in, round down, pick up your right foot, webbing to webbing grip. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. When you're ready, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Keep your big toe on the floor. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Take your time as you reverse out, step by step. Very nice. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg. Contract inner thigh, outer thigh. Lift your kneecap. Squeeze gluteus maximus and minimus. You're using your side seat strength. Lift your left leg up. Flex your toes back. Stomach in, round down. Pick up your left foot. So lock your leg. Pull your abdomen in. Relax your face. And when you're ready, lift your left leg up. Heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, puff up your chest, lock your arms, and then bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles and still you can balance comfortably, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Keep your big toe down the whole time for 3, 2, 1. Change, slowly reverse out. Very nice standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Feet together, bring your right hand up. Out to the right, give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up and back, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. At first, just find a place where you can balance. Back bend, and breathe through your nose. When you're ready, start to come down parallel to the floor. So from the side, 2 heels in line, kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Bring your left hand up, palm faces the ceiling, elbow touches the body. Bring your hand out to the left so your shoulder and chest are already starting to open. Reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle. So it's already a shoulder chest opener. Bring your right arm up, left hip forward, arm with your ear, knees together. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, lift your chin, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. Take your time. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Best way to fall is forward. If you fall out, just take a breath and hop back in. And then start to come down parallel to the floor. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly. Kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. Take a soothing breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Second set, without hesitation, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, knees together, left arm up and back with your ear. Option to stay here. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. Notice if the right hip is opening up a lot. You want to bring the right hip down, so 2 hips in line, sole of the right foot flat to the wall in front of you. Big toe comes directly over the top of your head, not to the left of your head. Notice if your head is tilting, right ear down, keep your head on straight. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Okay, last one, you can do it. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up and back, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a big breath, stretch up. And as you exhale, back bend, slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Create maximum space between your right fingers and your left foot. So you're simultaneously reaching the right shoulder forward, relax the left shoulder back. You're kicking in 2 directions, you're kicking back and you're kicking up. Body down to parallel, 2 heels in line, kick back, 2 shoulders in line, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Okay, nice, without delay, come towards the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana balancing stick, feet together, arms overhead, sideways, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch, and when you're ready, come down like a slow moving seesaw. Can go in just an inch or two, or eventually arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom. Not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Left foot down. Right foot back, stomach in, stretch up. Step your left foot forward. Shift your weight to your left foot. Stretch. Point your right toes and tilt. Notice if the right hip lifts up. Drop your right hip down. Keep your hips and armpits facing the floor. Body down more. Lift your leg up, leg up, leg up. Stretch. Change. Right foot down. Left foot back. Slowly with control, arms down. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, touch your biceps to your ears. Step your right foot forward, contract every muscle in your body, stretch and tilt, slowly coming down, shifting the center of gravity. Arms with the ears, chin away from the chest. Lift your left leg up parallel to the floor. Charge your body forward, stretch. Change, left foot down. Right foot back, big stretch up, stomach in, step your left foot forward. Imagine there's a board strapped to your back, stretch and tilt. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. Chest down, chin forward, leg up, point your right toes, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down slow. Okay, enough of that. Come to the top of your mat. You can face the long side of your mat for the separate leg series. I will face you. Standing, separate leg stretching. Dandayamana Bikapta Pada Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. A nice big step. Arms down parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out. Lock your legs. Lift your chest and swan dive forward. So if you're on a mat, for this posture and the next two, your step will be quite large, right? It's gonna take up the majority of your mat. Grab your heels from behind. If you can't grab your heels, you can grab your feet or always start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward, breathe, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs, keep pulling, keep stretching, roll forward, breathe, touch your head to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change. Slowly come up with control. Take your time, stop at the top. We're gonna flow to triangle, Trikonasana. Press your hips forward, lean your upper body back, and turn your right foot out. Most folks wanna take an even bigger step here. Make sure your heels are in line, and when you're ready, bend your right knee and sit down as low as you can, never forcing the body. Pull your abdomen in, sit down low, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. Elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling, look up towards the ceiling, stretch up, touch your chin to your shoulder, push your left hip forward and down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line, not crisscross. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. Sit as low as you can. Keep this right leg strong the whole time. Abdomen in, lean back, and move your arms. Just the elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up, chin to shoulder, stretch up. Reach your right arm up. Sink your right hip down. Bring your left rib cage forward, right rib cage back. Open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, pivot on your heels to one side of the room for standing head to knee, standing separate leg head to knee. Turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down, chin to chest, stomach in. Round your spine, touch your forehead and knee together. Stretch your fingertips beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your front foot. Right hip up, left hip forward. Two hips in line, front side compression. Throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl. Chin to chest, head up last. Good, when you're ready, pivot on your heels to the other side of your mat or the front of your mat. Uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, move your right hip forward, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and slowly with control go down. Chin to chest, stomach in. So to touch your forehead and knee together, you can always bend your front leg, you can take a bigger step, or you can even turn your back toes in more to rotate the right hip forward. Eventually forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body, especially if you have a history of slip discs. This is when to take it easy on. You can always flatten out your back. Eventually forehead and knee touch, squeezing, compressing the abdominal wall. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Take your time on the way up. Press the right hip forward, right shoulder forward, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels. Right foot back, slowly, consciously, arms down. So you're always aware of your body moving in time and space. Second set stretching, showing you from the side, arms overhead. Step your right foot to the right, toes in, heels out, chest up, and go down. Stick your butt up all the way down. Good. Grab your heels from behind, so elbows to calves, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. Let's say your knees are bending a lot. Put your hands on the floor. Walk your hands forward, put the weight in your arms. Now lift your hips up, push your knees back. Rather than rounding your spine, arch your spine. If you've got a grip on your feet, keep pulling, keep stretching. Imagine your heart will touch the floor before your head. Good, change, slowly come up. Take your time as blood flow reverses, no rush. Okay, when you're ready, you're gonna turn your right foot out for triangle pose. Maybe take a bigger step here. Bend your right knee and lunge. Sit as low as you can. Lean back and move your arms, elbow in front of the knee. So let's say that your right thigh isn't yet parallel to the floor. Maybe it's just the wrist in front of the knee then. You're not staying all the way lifted, but you're not collapsing all the way down, right? You want a nice 45-degree angle from your ankle to the crown of your head. As you're ready, as the hips and knees start to open up, you're gonna sit down more, chest up more, turn and twist, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Okay, inhale, bend your left leg, lunge, lean back, and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling, look up, stretch up, reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, push your right hip forward and down, push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn, twist up your body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg. Left toes in, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs. Pivot on your heels, head to knee pose. Turn your back toes in, move your left hip forward, stretch up, chin to chest, and go down. Try to feel each part of your back moving, almost like you're rolling up your yoga mat. Chin to chest, pull your abdomen in, touch your forehead and knee together. You're never forcing the body. If the hands are separated, start to walk them back together, not because you have to, but because you can. That's the spirit of this class, working on a little bit of balance, concentration, meditation. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Imagine your arms are an extension of your spine as you roll out, head up last. Good, pick up your toes, pivot, I'm gonna face you. So make sure your heels are in a line, but they're not crisscross, right? That'll make it hard to balance. Turn your back toes in, right hip forward. Notice if your hands are coming apart, push palms together, stretch up, chin to chest, go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You can't see your front foot all the way down, chin to chest, stomach in. Forehead and knee together, front side compression, throat choke, eyes open, breathing normal, left hip up a little bit, right hip forward, two hips in line. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, head up last. Lovely. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, slowly arms down. Wonderful. Come to the middle of your mat, tree pose, Tadasana, flowing to toe stand. Padastasana, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly, gently let your right knee drop down and back, never force your knees. Right hand up to the center of your chest. If you can balance, left hand. Take a breath. Look to the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Option to stay here or flow to toe stand. Sometimes just looking to the floor is enough. As you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your body and stretch up. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, palms together, namaskar. Elbows down, spine straight, come a 1/2 inch off your heel. Okay, when you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg And then push your hips forward to reverse out. Nice change, right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg, squeeze your right thigh tight, and lift your left leg up. Heel to costume, slowly, gently. Let your left knee drop, never forcing the body. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand. Option to stay here, flow to toe stand. I'm not gonna practice toe stand on this side because of a toe injury, but I'll walk you through it. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes, and as you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor. Lean forward, lift your heel, sit down. Bring the weight into your arms as you sit down to take weight away from the knee. Walk your hands back to either sides of your body, stretch the crown of your head up. Whether you're in tree or toe, move your left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Left hand up to the center of your chest, right hand up, palms together, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor, put your hands on the floor, lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, and then press your hips forward to reverse out. You can always come up on 2 feet. Good, and change. Left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. We are on the floor for the rest of class. I'm gonna adjust this angle. Groovy. Okay. Bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station. Let it fill you up. So you guys know I love talking about the Olympics, and something really cool happened today. I don't know if you guys saw, but there's a track and field event, I think it's the high jump, where 2 people tied, and so they were going to go into like a jump off, but instead they were like, it was like a guy from Qatar and a guy from Italy. And they were like, hey, can we just like tie and get 2 gold medals instead? And they were like, yeah, totally. So rather than them going into like, you know, an extra like playoff basically to see who would get gold and who would get silver, they mutually agreed to both get gold, which is so beautiful. I think so yogic. And also a reminder of, I was thinking about, you know, if that were me, I would probably not ask, hey, can we both get gold? Because I would just assume that it's like against the rules, right? And for my fellow rule followers, which many folks in 26 and 2 yoga are rule followers, dreaming new things or asking new questions can sometimes be kind of scary, but often, like in this case, they were literally rewarded with a gold medal, like for a little bit of creativity, vision, and just simply asking a question. Same thing in yoga. Sometimes we think like, I could never do that, or like, oh, that modification is like not for me, or whatever it is. And then you try it and you get rewarded, right? Because you're like, oh, this feels really good to my body. You're like, oh yeah, I can do this. Ookatasana, when you're moving pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight, white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, avoid your rib cage, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, hold and breathe. Change. Right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Keep your right leg on the floor. If your right calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, you can flex your right toes back to your face. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class. Squeeze your knees together and down. Feels so good today. Keep your head on the floor without lifting your head. Tuck your chin in, look down the center line of your body and hold. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. So within 26 and 2 yoga, even though it's a repetitive sequence, just remember that there's room for play, for creativity, for exploring, whether it's, you know, doing a posture in a different way, trying a modification for a posture, skipping a posture, doing the thing that scares you. There's lots of room for play. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. Notice if you're rolling weight to the right, try to keep your left shoulder down, left glute down, left calf down, look down, breathe, change. Right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands. Nice tight white knuckle grip, pull, squeeze, breathe. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself another hug, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down, tuck your chin in a little bit. Look down the center line of your body, hold. change, arms down, eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, skip the sit up, roll off to the side, meet us on your abdomen. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful. Turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs, lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor, the rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent and make an L, a 90-degree angle. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lock your legs, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Second set, just for fun, I'm gonna do the pregnancy variation of fish pose with you. You are welcome to do a second set of Cobra. So I'll walk you through both. If you're in fish pose, bring your hands underneath your body, palms face down. If you're in Cobra, bring your hands under your shoulders, palms face down. Everybody zip up your legs, lock your legs, look up and lift. Fish pose, press your elbows into the floor, bend your arms, drop your head back. So either way, the legs are locked and the back is bent. If you're in Cobra pose, keep the feet together, hands on the floor. All of these postures are back bends and they're also very good for back strength. Cobra pose, squeeze your glutes, press your hips and hands down, roll the shoulders back and down, lift your chest up, change, slowly lower down, fish pose, chin to chest, arms out, look to the other side or roll off to one side. Take an inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Locust Shalabhasana, chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you, one day pinky fingers touch, spread your fingers wide. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90, lift your heel a little higher, stretch the big toe back. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. Spread your fingers wide, press your shoulders down, glutes tight, quadricep tight, lift your heel up. Change, slowly left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you. Spread your fingers wide. Zip up your legs, lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward, lift both legs up, mouth down, shoulders down, come up. Everybody come up, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out. Look to the right, left ear on your mat. Second set, chin forward, arms straight position. Rotate your arms. Palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you as best you can. If you're pregnant or have another reason why you don't want to do abdominal wall postures, you can meet me in tabletop. Okay, everybody, lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. Drop your right hip down so two hips are in line. And if you're in tabletop balance challenge, reach your left arm forward, thumb faces the ceiling, keep your neck long. Change, right leg down, left hand down, lock your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. So everybody keep your hips square, left hip down. If you're in tabletop, right arm up, pinky finger faces the floor, lift your leg up, leg up, leg up, change, left leg down, right hand down. So if you're in tabletop, you just alternate back to the other side. Otherwise, chin down, mouth on your mat, zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward and lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, struggle a little harder, don't give up. Lock your legs, squeeze your glutes, point your toes, lift your thighs up, change slowly, lower down, can roll off to one side, or lower down, look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels fall open, inhale, exhale, let it go. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your back, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. So nice, like a 747 taking off, just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where eyes go. Body knows to follow. Now lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings. Look to your right, left ear on your mat. So the pregnancy variation is a pigeon pose with a nice upper body lift. So you can do second set of full locust, or pregnancy variation, right? I'll do one side with you, going into your pigeon pose, right hip down. Everybody else, zip up your legs, lock your legs, point your toes, lift up, and look, arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. So rather than dropping your head down, or jamming your head back. You're just going to keep your neck nice and long, hands at a 45-degree angle. Lift your arms a little higher, thighs a little higher, squeeze your butt, point your toes, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, and let that one go. Garasana floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs. Grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. Start with your knees, feet close together. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up, and start to kick into your hands. Good, continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Notice if you're like back on your thighs, you want to roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips. This is an example of a posture where you probably can't do deep belly breaths, just little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly, lower down, look to your right, lift your on your mat, and let that one go. Second set, chin forward, bend your legs. You can also do wheel or bridge on your back. Point your toes, hold on to your feet, lock your legs, pardon me, don't lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift, or if you're in bridge pose, press your heels down, shoulders down, chin to chest, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up. If you are doing bow pose, notice if your wrists are bending, bring the insides of your wrists close together, straighten your wrists. You're using inner thigh strength, hamstring strength, glute strength, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up, kick, 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 kick. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, look to your left, right here on your mat. Inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. Exhale, let your shoulders fall. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor, push up. Come to the top of your mat for fixed firm Supta Vajrasana. Start in tabletop position, open your knees and feet. When you're ready, start to walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time until eventually you can sit down between your heels. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch, but never a point of pain. Good, change. Put your hands on your feet, press yourself up carefully with control. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. So for pregnant folks, one thing to keep in mind is especially in your 3rd trimester, your body starts to release a hormone called relaxin, which is exactly what it sounds like, right? It relaxes your muscles, which means that often pregnant folks, besides having the superpower of being pregnant, also have the superpower of being extra flexible. So it's something to keep in mind in class, like especially as you progress in your pregnancy, that let's say if you were never able to do fixed firm before you were pregnant, and now all of a sudden you can go into it super easily, be cautious there, right? You might find that you're a little bit more flexible, but you're not like necessarily pushing yourself, right? Because you don't want to overstretch the body. Also true, if you have to take like Advil before class for something else, you might also find that you're a little extra flexible. Back off a little bit, right? If there's a hormone in your body from pregnancy or a blood thinner in your body from like, something else, you want to take it extra easy. Okay, you can roll off to the side and skip sit-ups. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Okay, come to the top of your mat. 2nd set, fixed firm. Start knees, feet together. Open your feet. Sit down between your heels. You can open your knees as well. Put your palms on your soles. Right elbow down, left elbow down. Drop your head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor. Arms over your head. Grab your elbows each other. Down the center line of your body. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Change. Put your hands on your feet. Push yourself up. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around. Savasana. And this is true anytime you're putting like any sort of medication in your body. Obviously, you want to, consult with your doctor before practicing yoga, right? That's that key phrase that you see on a lot of like yoga videos, but it's true, right? Like anytime you're changing, something or putting something in your body, just make sure that you're good to go. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the back of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head sideways, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, chin away from your chest, and go down. Take your time, listen to your body, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, chin away from your chest, arms with your ears, nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. I was once put on like a very powerful antibiotic and they were like, don't work out when you're on it. And I was like, well, I teach yoga. And they were like, okay, but you have to take it easy because this antibiotic actually made it was like so that your tendons could rupture more easily. So for example, in head to knee, where I would normally flex my toes back, I would purposely not flex my toes back because it was more likely that like the Achilles tendon could rupture, right? So you never know what side effects are. Very interesting. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead sideways, palms together, cross your thumbs, chin away from your chest, stretch up and go down. In general, that antibiotic made everything in my body hurt, which gave me a lot of compassion for people who practice yoga with chronic pain, right? Like if you're someone who's in chronic pain, you might know that yoga is not a cure-all, but it does help us alleviate the mental suffering, right? Of what it means to be human and sometimes what it means to be in a little bit of pain or a lot of pain. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change slowly, come on up, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. I teach private classes to a person who lives in a lot of chronic pain with an undiagnosed medical condition, like doctors can't figure out why they're in pain all the time. And I have to stop myself sometimes because from an anatomical perspective, it is super interesting. And I sometimes want to be like, wow, that is fascinating when we talk about what's going on in their body. But then I'm reminded of like the yogic aspect of it, right? The non-doctor, the non-anatomy, whatever that is just to be compassionate. And rather than saying, wow, that's really interesting, just say like, wow, that must really suck, right? That's not fun. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, so in yoga, we say pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Come to the top of your mat, Camel. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and feet. Put your hands on your lower back. Maybe think about bringing elbows close together behind you. Push your hips forward, lift your nose, lift your chin, look up. One day head goes back. Option to stay here or go back halfway. Freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside. Full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward. Lift your chest up. Drop your head back. Good, change. Put your hands on your back. Press yourself up, head up last. Stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. So yoga helps us expand compassion to ourselves and to others. You know, sometimes when we see someone else suffering, we want to rush to help or we want to rush to just like be kind to them. But when we notice our own suffering, we can be really hard on ourselves, right? And yoga gives us this option just to be gentle with ourselves, be nice to ourselves, as if we were, you know, talking to a dear friend. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So please make sure you're being nice to yourself. Second set, stand on your knees, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your back, press the hips forward. This might be enough. You can stay right here, already opening through the front of the body. Or when you're ready, lift your head, and one day head drops back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here or right hand down, left hand down, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Press your hips forward. Lift your chest up, relax your head back, be still and breathe. Change. Put your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. And sometimes, you know, to bring it back to the Olympics, right, when Simone Biles has like withdrawn from competitions, I think the majority of people in the world are like, wow, that's amazing. That's so inspiring. But of course you hear the people like the internet trolls, right? Who are like, how could you do that? Like you're a disappointment to, you know, our country or yourself or whatever it is. And when you hear people say things like that, you're like, wow, you must have zero compassion for yourself, right? Like that's also where yoga comes in. Sometimes we're really nice to other people, but sometimes you meet people who are really mean to other people. And that's also a reflection of how they see themselves. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat and towel for Rabbit Sasandasana. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up tall, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Try to feel each part of your back rounding like a nautilus shell. Forehead to knees, automatically top with head to floor. Option to stay here or pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, lock your arms, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down. Slowly uncurl vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, Padastasana. Turn around, Savasana. So all of us have been mean to someone else at some point in our life. And I think often as we get older, maybe we're not outwardly mean, but we're still inwardly judging other people, right? Like all of us do that. And 100% of the time when I find myself judging someone else, I can, if I really think about it, it's something that I'm judging myself on, right? That I'm projecting onto them. Yoga helps us see that, you know, we're just projecting things onto other people, and then yoga helps us to deal with that stuff so that we don't hurt other people, and better yet, we're nicer to ourselves. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, second set, rabbit. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, chin to chest, go down. So how can you be a little bit nicer to yourself? A little less judgmental of yourself, and in turn, how can you be a little bit nicer to those around you? Forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up, lift your shoulders up, squeeze your heels together, pull your abdomen in, round your back. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So yoga helps us to be nicer to ourselves, nicer to other people, but it also helps us to set healthy boundaries, right? If somebody's being mean to you, you don't have to take that crap. That's also what yoga is about, right? Stepping away from toxic people, stepping away from people who, you know, might have served you at one point in life or you served them, but it's no longer healthy, right? There's also that element to yoga. Yes, we're being nice to ourselves, nice to others, but we're also setting healthy boundaries. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. And healthy boundaries with others start with healthy boundaries with yourself, right? Leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L. Inhale, your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So one way you can practice boundaries in yoga is like, if something hurts, don't do it. Even if you've done it a million times before, right? If something hurts, you're setting that boundary, not today. Interlock your 10 fingers, flex your toes back, slowly press your heel forward, lock your leg, bend your elbows down. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in. We're only doing one set of this. Stretch up tall, chin to chest, go down. If your forehead and knee touch easily with a bent leg, keep going. See if you can straighten or even lock your leg. Bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, actually let your spine realign and sit up. It's always interesting practicing yoga in new surroundings. Bend your knees, Paschimottanasana, one set. Hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, peace sign fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, puff up your chest and fold forward. So rather than rounding your spine, you really want to lengthen your spine. Stomach to thighs, pull, chest and knees stretch. One day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, stay seated. We're flowing straight into spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee, right arm behind you, left arm up and over, draw a circle, grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee touch, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also reach behind you, catch your left thigh with your right hand for a bind. Notice if you're leaning back or to one side, evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind. Swap out your legs, bend your right leg on the floor, touch your left heel to right knee, left arm close behind you, right arm up and over, grab a right knee with right hand, point your right toes, inhale, stretch up, Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. If you don't need your hand, you can reach behind you, catch your waistband or your right thigh. Keep your right knee down, right toes pointed, left foot on the floor. Shoulders down, chest up. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around. Savasana. So how we do one thing is how we do everything. And if you notice outside of yoga that you're doing something in a way that you don't want to be doing it anymore, yoga is a really great way to practice switching that narrative, whether it's being more patient, more determined, more compassionate towards yourself, setting more boundaries, saying no more, saying yes more, right? Can be different every day. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat for final breathing. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Otherwise, lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up tall, arms straight, shoulders down, chest proud, and begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around. Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Your yoga practice, wherever it is, however it is, right, it's really, it sounds cheesy, but it's a sacred space, and not just a physical space of like a mat or a carpet, but like a place that you carve out that you can go to at any time, whether it's for an hour or just a 5-minute, child's pose or whatever that is. It's a sacred space that you can tap into whenever you notice a pattern in your life that you want to change, right? Or whenever you're just feeling a little bit ungrounded, right? You just take a few breaths, maybe do a yoga posture, maybe a whole class. It's just that repetition, that embodiment, that intentional breath that helps us to interrupt, negative thoughts, disruptive, patterns in our life, be an unhealthy, relationship with ourselves or with someone else, right? When we take this time for ourselves, we always come out, I always come out a little bit different than when I started, right? That's the real beauty of it. Take an inhale through your nose, chest rise. Exhale through your nose, chest falls. You are so very alive and you are so very loved.